Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Sue from Professional Development Committee of Hong Kong AOA Library Association. This is the second session of our LLMS series, Deploying Generative AI with Azure OpenAI Service and Hugging Face, which are proud to co-organize with CTU Library. Now I will hand it over to Mr. Koo, our president, to welcome today's speaker.
Thank you. Okay, welcome back, everyone. It's great to see you again as we continue our exploration of the AI large language models. In our last session, we covered some key tools and concepts, and today we will build on that with more insights and practical applications. We are lucky to have Mr. Louis Lee with us again as the head of Library Instruction and Reference Services at CTU of Hong Kong. He brings a wealth of knowledge and a passion for AI literacy that really enhances our discussions. So let's dive back in and welcome Louis.
Okay, thank you, Sue and Dr. Koo. So welcome everyone to join this library section. So this is the second session of the LLM series. So last time we will talk about the local LLM that we can download to your local PC or your local server and implement the application. And this time we will talk about those LLM available on the cloud, so which is the OpenAI service and also the Hugging Face. So if you have any questions during the section, so please feel free to unmute yourself, or you can type your question in the chat box so that I can address your question as soon as possible. So what we are going to do today, first of all, I will give you a brief introduction of a comparison of the commercial and also the open source generative AI model. And we will have a particular focus on the Azure OpenAI, so which is a paid service where you can deploy the model using the Azure OpenAI service. And I will show you also the pricing structure. So because this is not free, and I will show you the pricing structure that you can select the model that fit your purpose, of course, based on the cost. So we will introduce this price model later on. And then I will show you another platform, which is the Hugging Face, an open source LLM platform, where you can free to use the model, and also you are free to host your application on the Hugging Face. So this is an open source model, which is free, and you can download the model for further processing, like to fine tune your model to fit your specific task or your purpose. So this is another platform that I offer to you. So we will also talk about the how to do the application, how to interact with this model, whether this is a paid model or open source model, how to interact with this model to develop your application. And finally, if you are like to develop some application on your own, but you have no idea about how to do the coding, so I will introduce you a little bit about the N8N, which is a automatic workflow that can help you to develop your application mainly using the drag and drop principle. Okay, so it's no need to write any code. So basically, this is what we are trying to do today. So first of all, I would like to give you a summary of different kinds of model and also the major idea of this series. So last time we talked about Ollama, so where you can make use of Ollama to download some model into your local environment and to develop your application. And this is free. And also you can have the deployment offline, and everything is under your control, and high privacy and security. Today, we will focus on the OpenAI and Hugging Face. So OpenAI, so you know, actually is a independent company who major provide the cloud-based service, and they are famous for their LLM model like the GPT 3, 4, 5. So these are the model they offer to the public. OpenAI actually is not free. If you want to deploy their model, you have to pay a fee Okay, so it depends on the usage. You use the model to deploy your application. So it will be charged depend on the usage. And but in Hong Kong, this is not directly access the OpenAI. And if you really want to use the OpenAI model, so today we will talk about the Azure OpenAI. Actually, Azure OpenAI or Azure Cloud Service is a Microsoft service which is partnered with OpenAI, and that's why the Azure Cloud Platform have the OpenAI model available that you can make use of the model and also to deploy the model over the Azure Cloud Platform. So I will introduce you later on. And we will also talk about Hugging Face, so which is a open source platform, also cloud-based, and you can have to access those models available on the Hugging Face. So the model is actually contributed by the third party, and some already fine-tuned for specific purpose, and also some of the model have also fine-tuned based on some popular model from the Meta, like the Llama model, or like the Qwen model, like the DeepSeek model, also available in Hugging Face that you can make use. Basically, Hugging Face is free, where you can interact with the model on the cloud. But there is something that you have to pay unless you want to deploy your application using the Hugging Face platform. So in that case, then you have to pay. So otherwise, if you want to download or if you want to make use of the model available on the cloud, actually it's free. So this is the basic comparison between this free LLM model available. So you may decide your own choice whether you use the download version, the Llama, or the cloud-based version. So it's up to you. So first of all, we will talk about the Azure OpenAI service. This is the service that the Azure OpenAI, which is collaborate with the OpenAI company. So OpenAI company actually is an independent company which provide the model, different kinds of model like the text generation model or the image generation model or the audio and also the visual model, and which is available on their platform, and you have to pay as you go. Basically, OpenAI is community support, which is available for the public, and there is no the surface level agreement. That means there is no guarantee that the model or the content you interact with the model is secure. Okay, so they basically is open to public. And compared with OpenAI, Azure OpenAI is a partnership with the OpenAI. The Microsoft have partnership with OpenAI, and the Microsoft offer the Azure Cloud Platform where you can interact with this model, okay, OpenAI model as well, and also you can pay as you go. That means depend on your usage, so you will be paid for the amount you use, and they have different pricing model, and they have a guarantee of the service level agreement. So that means so the service provided by the Azure basically is for your own company. So any data or any information that work with the Azure platform within your company is assumed to be privacy and security. So this is the major difference between these two platform, and we will focus more on the Azure OpenAI today. Okay. So this is the pricing page of the Azure OpenAI. So when you get to this link, and you will be able to see the page, and there are a list of model available and also their pricing. So you can see for this one, the GPT-4o mini, which I consider is the most economical, where you can see for the global version, where you have the input charge and the output charge. So the input charge means the prompt you provide to the chat, okay, the prompt. So that means the prompt will be charged, and also the output. The output is the response that the chatbot given to you. So it will be charged differently, and the whole cost will be the sum of these two. and it will be charged based on the token you use. Okay, so in the next slide I will show you what is about the token if you have no idea about token. So so basically the charge is like this, and there are many different kinds of model available in this page. Maybe I can quickly show you some of the example. Let me go to the page, and you will be able to see under this pricing page. So for example, you will be able to see some latest model. So this is the GPT-5, and the cost is a little bit higher. So for the input is $1.25 US, and per 1 million token, okay, per 1 million token. And the output is $10, right? Very expensive, okay? So unless you really want the GPT-5 model, you will just do some, just try to do some, for example, the text summarization or the sentiment analysis, then I don't think you need to use the latest model. So some other model, which is the old version, is still capable to perform the task. So when you scroll down, you can see some model like the image model. Okay, so the DALL-E or the DALL-E series, so also have the price, and depend on the resolution you want to generate. You can also deploy this model if you want to deploy some image or some image application. So I will show you how to make use of the Azure cloud service to deploy the model you want. Okay, so I will show you later on. We also have some embedding models, like the most famous is the ADA model, which convert the text into some sort of numerical value, where the LLM will make use of the numerical value for comparison. Okay, for comparison, for the relevancy, for the text relevancy, and also for the meaning of the text. So it's all based on the numerical value. So in simply speaking, we call this embedding models. Okay, so there are different types of embedding models. Depends on the purpose you use. Okay, so you can deploy any model you want. So basically today I will focus on this one, 4.0 mini. So you can see. Let me go to the model. 4.0 mini. So you can see it's much economical. Okay, and this is only cost 0.15 per input, and also the output is 0.6. So I think it's much cheaper. Okay, and it served my purpose. So we will focus on this one, which is mainly for text generation. Okay, so this is the pricing model of the Azure OpenAI service. So this page will be changed every, I can say every month, or even shorter, every 2 weeks. The pricing will be changed. Okay, so you can come to this page when you want to deploy any model to check for the price first. Okay. All right. So let me go back to the PowerPoint. So another thing I want to share with you is a token. Okay, the token. So as you can see on the right hand side, so when you type the prompt on the right hand side, so assume this is the prompt you type, and the system, the LLM, will convert this into token. So you can see this text which have 250 characters, and actually it takes about 57 token. So you can see it down here when you count the color. Okay, so this altogether we have 57 token. So which taken for this prompt. Okay, so so it's not necessarily one word, one token. It depends on the model you use. Different model will have their different number of token generate. So but a rough idea given to you is that when you type your prompt, the system will generate some token, and you will be charged based on this token. So this is how we can calculate the token. So for example, as I mentioned, there will be input token, which is your prompt, the output token, which is the response given to you. And if you have the input token This is the price, and per 1,000 of token, okay, it costs this price. Per 1,000 of token for the output, it costs this. If you have 500 token as an input, okay, and you can calculate this way. So for the input cost is this one. For the output cost, if you take 700 tokens, it will give you this cost. So the sum of these two is around something like that. So basically, it's very low. It's very cheap. Okay, for this number of token. So based on my experience, if your cost is less than 0.01, you won't be charged. Okay, it will be count monthly. The bill will be given to you monthly. Okay, so if you're less than 0.01, therefore it's almost free. You can say it's almost free. Okay, so this is how you can calculate the token you use. All right, so now we dive deep into the Azure OpenAI, see how we can create an account and enjoy the free trial. So this is the link where you can get access to the Azure platform, the cloud platform. And first of all, you have to sign in. If you haven't got a account, you can register a new one, and you can click create new. And after you create the account, you will be able to get to this page on the left-hand side, where you can start with a free trial. So what include in the free trial? So you can get $200 for the free credit. So that means you can use this $200 for some of the service available in the Azure cloud. For example, the machine learning service. And also you can make use of develop some machine learning model. And even you can use some storage account where you can use to storage, which takes up some of the free credit. So for example, and also there are over 100 free service, which is free for 1 year. Okay, where begin with the day you start the registration. There are also some free service for free for all years, 1 year. Okay, so so I recommend you to start with this free trial, and after you start the free trial, and then you can start using the Azure Cloud platform. But for Azure OpenAI model, so you can see I already highlight on the top here. For Azure OpenAI model, this is not free, and this 200 credits will not include in this Azure OpenAI model. So that means you have to pay for using this model. And if you really want to use this model, after you register for the free account, and you have to upgrade to pay-as-you-go. Okay, upgrade to the pay-as-you-go service, and then you can start using the OpenAI service. Okay, so this is the thing you need to know. And if you register for a free account, so basically you need to input some basic information, your name, and also your email address and the phone number. And so one thing I have to remind you is that if you want to enjoy the free account service, you have to use an email and a phone number that is not registered before. All right. So you have to use a new email, a new phone number to register an account in order to enjoy the free trial service. So otherwise, if you use the same email for another account or same phone number for another account, you won't be able to enjoy the 200 credit. Okay, so this is one thing I have to remind you, and I have proved this by myself. Okay, so that is true. Okay, and another thing you need to for the registration is you have to provide the Visa card number. So this number will not be charged. This amount will not be charged you unless you convert or you change to the pay-as-you-go service. Okay, and also once you get the free trial, you enjoy the 200 credit, and the 200 credits after use up will be charged to your Visa account. Okay, so if you're using the two free account service, you are required to input the Visa account number, but it will not charge you after 30 days, okay, after 30 days where the trial service end, or you have already used up the $200 credit. So this is the requirement or the information given from the Microsoft, okay? But you are required to put the Visa account here. All right. So after you have finished all the registration, and then you will be able to get to the Azure platform. So this is the platform that you will be able to see, and you will be able to see the subscription because you already registered the account. So this is the subscription which is given to you, and this is the default name of the subscription. Okay. So this is just for your reference. You can change the name later on if you want to. Okay. And as I mentioned, you need to upgrade to pay-as-you-go. So after you finish the registration, you got the subscription, and you have to go back to the Azure main page by clicking the Microsoft Azure, and then you will be able to see this. You click Start for the free trial, and then you will be able to see the pay-as-you-go sign up. This is the upgrade. Okay, so you click here to sign up for the pay-as-you-go, and then once you click, you will be able to see an upgrade, and you see that the basic, which is free, okay, the basic one, and then you click upgrade. So it takes about less than 1 minute, and then your account will be upgraded to pay-as-you-go. All right, and then you can deploy your OpenAI service. So this is the upgrade account. Okay, you will see the upgrade, and you can also see the subscription. Okay, the same subscription here. All right, so this is about the registration and also the upgrade your account in order to use the OpenAI service. Okay. So how to deploy the AI model? So so before I start, I would like to show you some basic principle about the architecture of the Azure OpenAI or Azure Cloud Platform. Once you got the subscription, you start the service, and you need to create the so-called resource group. Resource group like the folder in your window or in your Macintosh. You create different folder for different project, but in Azure Cloud, you create different resource group for different project, okay, for different service. And all the service under this resource group will be only count within this resource group, okay? So you can create different resource group, like create different folder in your PC. So under the resource group, you can deploy different service like the OpenAI service, which I'm going to show you. And you start the OpenAI service, and then you can deploy any model you like the GPT model, like the image model. Okay, so this is the basic structure of the Azure Cloud service. Okay, and we will go through this step in a couple of minutes. So after you finish the registration, and you can go to this link, and you can start to deploy the model. So first of all, we have to search for the Azure OpenAI service. Okay, let me show you a demo. Okay, so you can go back to the screen, the slide later on. Okay, so let me go to the website. All right, so so from the Azure Cloud Platform, so you will be able to see something like that. Okay, so we start here by searching the Azure OpenAI service. Okay, and then you will be able to see this one. Okay, Azure OpenAI, and you have to create. You have to start create a resource group. Okay, so you can click create, and then Azure OpenAI. So now you will be able to see this page. Okay, so you will be able to see create Azure OpenAI page, and down here you have to complete the e-form. Okay, so this is the subscription by default. Okay, so I only have one. And you have to create a resource group. Okay, resource group, as I mentioned, is the folder. So if you haven't created any resource group, you can create a new one. So I would like to create a new one, for example. So any name you like. If you create the same group which others have already used occupied, then you will be able to see an error message. And you have to select another one, okay? Like this one, AI group 3. So this is my resource group name, and then okay. So after that, under the resource group, you have to deploy the platform, the service instance, okay?
Sorry, are you
uh,
sharing the screen because you're still seeing the slide?
oh, really? Oh, sorry about that. Let me stop and share again. Can you see the screen?
Okay, now we see the Azure portal. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So let me go back a little bit. Okay. So we from the Azure platform. So once you got the registration, and you can start to deploy the service, OpenAI, Azure OpenAI, from the search box to find the service, and then you will be able to see this one, and click Create Azure OpenAI to create a service. And then you will be able to see this e-form, and this is the subscription by default. And you can create a new resource group, okay? So which is the folder, as I mentioned, okay? So I create the resource group, and then I have to select the region, okay? Region. So you know the Microsoft offer different service for different region around the world. And you can select the region that's close to you. So it's supposed to be more faster and efficient. And but one thing I have to remind you is that even though you select the region that's close to you, and some region may be very busy, like the Singapore, okay, and Hong Kong is quite busy, and also and you won't be able to create any surface. So if they are too busy, and also some of the model, some of the survey is not available on some region. Okay, so this is if you want to deploy some surface, and you can't find the survey in a particular region, then you have to choose another one. So you can see that Microsoft have a list of region available on their website, and I already put in the slide. And for example, in Hong Kong, which is East Asia, okay, East Asia. So it's Hong Kong, okay. Hong Kong is East Asia, and Japan, okay. So for Japan is Southeast Asia, okay. Southeast Asia, okay. Here, Southeast Asia, which is Singapore, and actually is Japan, okay. Not here. Here, Japan, okay. Southeast Asia is Singapore, and Japan East and Japan West, okay. So these are the area close to Hong Kong. So you can select this region to deploy. But I would like to select the East US because this is more comprehensive, okay, in terms of the service. But it won't take too long, or it won't have a bottleneck of your network. So I still think it's okay. Yeah. All right. So this is the region that you can select. And the name of the survey instance, you can use any name, like just a representative, okay? For your easy identification. For example, CTU US, EUS, okay, EUS, and OpenAI service. So this is the service that I create. So you can use any name you like, okay? Like this one. Maybe I can use this one, okay? All right. So this is my name. And for the pricing tier, you only have one choice, the standard, okay? So now you have complete the form, and you can click next, where you want the survey to be available in all networks. So that means you can access from the internet. You don't want to set any access control. So for simplicity, for the demonstration, I will select all network, okay? And then you don't want any tag. for example, unless you have many surface and for your searching, easy to locate. Otherwise, I don't want any tab. And next, so we just wait for 1 minute, less than 1 minute, and then you can click create to create this surface. Okay. So after you create the surface, and then you can start deploy the model. Okay. So this is 2 steps. You first create the surface, and then you have to deploy the model. So now it's deploying the surface, it's creating the surface. So we will wait for 1 or 2 minutes. All right, so it's still in progress. So we will wait for a while. So after the surface is created, you will be able to see the key provided to you. There will be 2 API key which provide to you where you can use the API key to develop some application, and also an endpoint where you can get access to this service. Okay, so it's completed, and this is the resource group I create. So if you click the deployment detail, you will be able to see this is the OpenAI surface instance I created. Okay, so if you click on this instance, and you will be able to see more details. So we wait for a while. So you can see here when you click into this instance, okay, this instance, and down here under the develop, okay, when you select develop, you will be able to see all the key and endpoint available for you. So you can show the key if you want to. You can copy the key and put into a safe place. And also you can copy the endpoint, which is used to access the surface. So that means if you want to develop some application, writing some Python program, you are required to provide the endpoint. So this is the endpoint, and also one of the key, either one, okay, in order to get access to the OpenAI surface. So this is about to create a OpenAI surface. And now we start to deploy the model. Okay, we start to deploy the model. We go back to the kickstart here, get start here. So we will use the export the Azure AI Foundry portal, the platform here to deploy the model. Okay, so we just click here, and you will get into the model deploying page. Okay, so this is the Azure AI Foundry page. And you can click deployment here, down here, deployment, to deploy any model you want. So you click deployment, deploy model, deploy base model, okay? Deploy base model. And after you click the deploy base model, you will be able to see down here a list of models that you can choose, mainly OpenAI model. So you can see some text-based model, the GPT-4145, or even GPT-5, okay, on the top here. And also some image model like the DALL-E, not here, maybe up here. And some image model, and also you can go to the next page, okay? And also some embedding model, okay? So this is the embedding model. So I think there should be a DALL-E. So you can browse through this page, or you can search from here. Let me see. So this is the DALL-E model where you can convert it to text to image if you want to deploy this one. So what we try to deploy is the 4.0 model, mini. Okay. So this is the model I want to deploy, and I want this one, the chat model. Okay. So I select this one, and this is a chat compression model. That means this is the chat model. Okay. And down here is the description, and I confirm to deploy this model. And another pop-up which asks you the deployment name. So I will use the default. I don't want to change the name. And this is the, you can select the deployment type. So the global standard is the most standard and also the most economical one. Okay, so unless you want to deploy any other type. And down here, you can customize a little bit. Like, for example, you can limit the number of tokens that to receive for every transaction. For example, you can limit to only 21K. So particularly for testing, you can limit the number of token to per transaction. Okay. So by default is 1000K. So 100K. I will use the default. Okay. So these are other things that you don't need to change. Okay. And then you can click deploy. So it will deploy the GPT-4o mini model. You can deploy another model. Okay, up to you. So you can deploy any number of model you like. Okay. So after that, you will be able to see the model is deployed, and you can see the endpoint. Okay. So this is another endpoint. So the endpoint which is for HTTP requests. Okay. So there are different types of method that you can access or interact with the model, and one of the survey is to access using the HTTP request. So this is the endpoint for the HTTP request. Okay, so I will show you later on how to make use of this endpoint. Okay, and this is the key. We only have one here, so this is the key one of the two key I just showed you. So this is exactly the same as key one, but you still be able to use the key two. Okay, so both are valid. Both are valid. But here, just show you only one key. Okay, and on the right hand side, you can see how to deploy this model. So for example, if you are using the, let me see if I can find the example here, or not here. Okay, so this show you the way, the Python code that you can deploy the model. Okay, so if you're using the SDK service, which is not HTTP request, but the SDK, the software development kit, which everything will done for you with this function. You only provide the endpoint, which is the short one, which I just showed you in this page. So this is the endpoint. Okay. If you use SDK, then you need to use this endpoint. Okay. And also the model you deploy and your API key. Okay. Your API key and the API version. API version is this one. When you mouse over, you can see the API version append at the end of this link. Okay, the API version. So for this one is 025.11 preview. Okay, so this is the API version. So this is the version of the API link. Okay, version of the API link. So these are the things that you need to provide if you want to communicate with the model. And I will show you an example later on. So here we give you an example like this. You can run the code later on if you want to. All right, so so you deploy the model, and you can interact with the model using the chat here on the left hand side, the chat. Okay, so if you ever visit OpenAI before, OpenAI have a playground interface where you can play around the model. The same here, the Azure OpenAI service offer you the playground where this is the model you deploy, and you can give the system information. That means the role of the model to play the role. Okay, for example, here is the AI assistant, and then you can type your question on the right hand side. Okay, so for example, what is artificial intelligence? All right, so and it will give you the definition. Okay, so this is the definition, and also you can change the parameter if you want to, like the temperature. So temperature is the value or is the parameter to control whether the model give you the response which is creative or conservative. Okay, so if you want if you have a lower value like 0.1, so every time the model will give you the almost the same response. So if here if you give 0.7, which is which is much higher, so every time the response will give you a creative answer. Okay, will be different. So this is the temperature parameter that you can control. Okay, so the highest is 1. Okay, all right, so I just use the default. So there are other parameters here. I don't want to explain in details. You can play around if you want to later on. So basically you already deploy the model, and we can write some program to interact with this model to develop some application. All right, so let me go back to the PowerPoint. All right, so these are the steps I already captured in the PowerPoint. So how we can interact or we can communicate with the OpenAI application. So you can use the programming like Python, or you can use the NAN, which is the workflow, automatic workflow. You don't need to write code, but you still be able to create some application. Okay, so either way. I will first introduce you the Python coding. Okay, that you can interact with this model, and I will ask you to install the Python. Okay, so this is the core. So you have to install the Python interpreter, and I will use the Visual Studio Code as the editor to write the Python code. And after you install this too, and you will be able to see the VS Code on the right hand side. So last time I already introduced you how to create the virtual environment. I will quickly repeat here a little bit. Okay, so if you want a detailed step, so you can visit my last section, which is about the Olama. Okay, but I try to for those newcomer, I would like to show you here. Okay, all right. So I will go to the Visual Studio Code. So this is my Visual Studio Code after you install the Python, after you install the editor, this one. So when you open the program, you will be able to see this. You can open the program from the window, okay, the Visual Studio Code, this one, okay, and you will get to this page. And first start, okay, you can click here to open a folder. So open a folder means you already create a folder in your PC. Everything under this folder will be used to save your files. Okay. So I open a folder, and I already create a folder called demo. Okay, this is the demo folder I already create in my PC, and I select this folder. And now, the Visual Studio Code will everything I save will be under this folder, and I already saved some file here. So if you are just install the Visual Studio Code and create a new folder, you won't be able to see something here. It's empty, but I already copied some Python code here for demonstration. And then after you create the folder, you are required to type some command in order to check the Python version. Okay, so how to type the command, you can go to the view terminal, and then you will be able to see a terminal down here with the command prompt. I make it full screen. I close this one, make it full screen. All right, so you can see the command prompt here, and you can check the Python version. Okay, so after you type the Python version, you will be able to see this is the latest version, okay, the Python, and you are always recommend to install the latest version. Okay. So after I create the Python version, after I install the Python and check the Python version, I create a virtual folder. You can think of is a temporary working folder. So everything under this folder will only affect this folder. Okay. So for example, if I want to install a Python, another Python program, another Python interpreter, which is a lower version. Okay. And I will done only within this folder, this temporary folder, and will not affect the Python version, the latest version I installed for this PC. So this is the idea of the virtual folder. So how to create a virtual folder? Under the demo folder, I want to create a virtual folder. So I type this command, Python-m virtual environment, and the folder you want to create. So for example, demo env, demo environment. Okay, so this is the folder name, the temporary folder name. I create a virtual environment. Okay, I just click here, and this take 1 or 2 few seconds to create this folder. So after you create this folder, and I want to activate this folder. So how to activate this? So that means I want to start this folder, and what I can do is I will go to this folder and script activate. So this is the command to activate this folder, and you can see after I click this, it is already activated. Okay, activate here means I get into this folder. Okay, so right now whatever I did, okay, whatever I do is under this folder, will not affect other area of my system. Okay, so I create this virtual folder, and then I have to install some program, some plugin in this environment. So just like when you're using Microsoft Word, you have to add in some program to enhance your Microsoft Word. Like also like when you're using Excel, you can add in the statistic program in order that you can perform some statistic. The same here, I have to add in some program under this environment so that I can run the Python program. Okay, so what I try to do is I try to copy this. Okay, so let me go to my. Okay, so you can go to the slide. Okay, the slide in this slide, I also put this command line here. You can copy and put into your command prompt. Okay, so but now I would like to show you how to do this. Okay, I come back to the VS Code, and then I paste here. It's very long. Okay, actually it's a series of commands. So this is one set. I install Gradual, I install Request, I install OpenAI. So far, so and so forth. Okay, so I install all this. So it takes about 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, so I just leave it here, and I go back to the PowerPoint to explain a little bit about the program. So after you install the program, so we will leave it here. Another thing you need to do is you have to create a .env file. Okay, in this file, we'll have some variables. So this is the Azure OpenAI key. This is the name. You can use any name, which equal to the key. Okay, if you still remember, we have 2 key, right? We have 2 key. And you have to copy the key, one of the key, and put it here, okay? To assign the key to a variable, okay? So why we need to do this? Because in your program, the program may be shared with others, right? And you don't want to disclose your key here. You can put the key here, but if you share the program with other will know your key, and this is not what you want. So you have to create a .env file which contain the API key with a variable, and then the variable here will be within the program to retrieve the key. Okay, so this is the you can say is the practice of writing program. So we don't want to disclose any secret information, and we will use a parameter to represent some secret information. Okay, so this is why we need to create a .env file. So I will show you how to create this file later on. Okay, it's very simple, and I want to tell you a little bit about this program first. Okay, so this is the program to access the model which we deployed just now. The GPT-4o mini model. You can see from this endpoint. Okay, so this endpoint actually is from here. So this is the endpoint. Okay, if you still remember. Okay, so this link, you copy this link and then put it into the Python code. Okay, the Python code here. So this is the endpoint. Endpoint you can think of as a door to get access to the service. Okay, so this is the endpoint, and from this endpoint you can see this is the domain. Okay, the service you create, and this is the model you deploy. Okay, and this is the chart completion model, and this is the API version. So this is the endpoint, and also you need to provide a key, and I put the key in a variable. You can type your key here. So the green here is the comment. You can remove this pound sign and type your key here if you want to disclose your key to others. Okay, or at least you want to do some testing. You can put the key here directly. Okay, and down here you can see this is a chart model, and we have the system. We have the role assigned to the model. For example, assume the model is a helpful assistant, and this is the question. The user question that I want to ask: what is the capital of China? Okay, so this is the question I want to ask, and I finally print the response. So this is a very simple program that you can interact with the model, and based on this program, you can expand your program to include other service, other function. But today we will focus on how we can interact with this model. Okay, and down here is the result. You can see. After you run this by clicking the run command in your Visual Studio Code, and you will be able to see the result, which is the content. The capital of China is Beijing. Okay, so this is the result. All right. So you can see other information which is not necessary, and you need to do some other function to just extract this content. Okay, but for this case, make it simple. I just make a HTTP request to the endpoint and then get the response here. Okay, so let's see if it is finished. Okay. Okay, it's already done. All right, it's already done. So so let me clear the screen. Okay, and so now we would like to run the program. Okay, the first program I will introduce to you is this one, the API. This one we already seen. Okay, so this is the program which I just showed you. Okay, and I run this program. Okay. Okay, oh, I missed something. Okay, I have to select the interpreter because I need to select. I'm using this environment to compile the program. Okay, so another thing I need to do is go to the top here, the search top, and select the run command, show and run command. Select the Python interpreter. I haven't done so. Okay, so I need to do it right now. And the Python will be under the demo folder, demo environment folder, this one, recommended. Okay, I will use this virtual environment Python program to run the program. All right, so I config this and I can run the program again. All right, so you can see it's now running and give you the result. Okay, so this is the result. The capital of France is Paris. Okay, so this is the result after I run this program. All right. So this is the one of the program I want to introduce to you. And if you want to access the model, you can also do it with the SDK. So SDK will give you a very nice result. You can see down here, which can only give you the content. Okay, because everything is done with the SDK. SDK is you can think of is a function that already will do everything for you. So you just need to give the endpoint, the model name, and also the key. Okay, and then everything will done by the function Azure OpenAI, and will give you a very neat and simple result. Okay, so this is another way that you can make use of SDK. Okay, it's still connect to the HTTP request. It still make the HTTP request, but it's already abstract for you. Okay, so you no need to take care about the details. So everything the SDK is already done for you. Okay, so let's see how the SDK look like. Let me go back and SDK program. So this is the SDK program. And I want to run this again. So this time I will use the same example. Okay. And let's see, maybe I put this way, China. Okay. To make sure they are different. And I run this program. And down here, let's wait for a while. So it give you the result. Okay. The capital of China is Beijing. Okay. So this is the result. All right. So this is the SDK and HTTP request. You can interact with the model. All right. So that's about the OpenAI, Azure OpenAI service. And the next thing I want to share with you is the Hugging Face. So Hugging Face actually is a open source platform where you can also interact with some model on the Hugging Face model. And the Hugging Face model is contributed by people around the world. And there are some raw model and also some fine-tuned model. And also there is some data set that you can download to fine-tune your own model. Okay, there are many different things on the Hugging Face. Okay, and the major thing is it is free. Okay, but you have to carefully select those model that you want to deploy your application. Okay, if you want high security things that I don't recommend you use the Hugging Face. Okay, so you may consider OpenAI. If you just want to develop some application like to give a summary or to do some translation, then maybe you can consider Hugging Face. Okay. So this is some definition of Hugging Face. So the Hugging Face is actually is a platform which have different models. Okay, and it's a model hub. You can select different model for different application, like the text generation, translation, image classification, etc., etc. And there's some data set that you can download to train your model, some sample data set. And there is a space that you can publish your own application on the Hugging Face to share with the others. Okay. So these are basically the some of the service available on Hugging Face. And you need to create an account if you want to access. So when you get to this link, you get to this page, you are required to log in and or you want to create a new one. Okay. After you create a new account, and you will be able to see on the right hand side. So this is the interface. All right. So let me share with you this screen. So this is the Hugging Face screen. So after you maybe I log in again. So after you log in, okay. So oh. So you can use any email address, okay? So after you log in, you will be able to see this page. So on the top here, you can see the model. So when you click, you can see different types of model, okay, available here. You can select the tab here where we will give you the model which is focused on text generation. And also, if you want to select other one like image to text, then you can see this model for image to text. And also have some data set available where you can download this data set to train your own, to fine-tune your own model, okay? And on the task here, okay, so normally I will choose tasks, and you can see different category of function. And if you want to select the text classification, you can click here, and these are the model that you can use for task classification, okay? So the model I want to show you is for text generation, okay? I will select text generation, and then the model I want to use is this one, okay? Let me go here, okay? So the model I want to use is this one. I search here. Not found. Okay. This one. Okay. So this is a text generation model, which is from Meta. Okay, Meta, and so this is a Llama model. Okay, which is 3.1, and the latest one is Llama 4. Okay, and so you can use any model you like. Okay, but this is my favorite. Okay, so I will use this Llama model for the text generation. And after you select this model, on the down here, you can see there's some information to describe this model, and some sample code that you can use to interact with this model. Okay. So what I want to show you is on the right hand side, there is two tabs. One is deploy, and one is the use this model. Okay. So it shows you how to communicate with the model. So for example, I can use this model and transformer, and you will be able to see there are two types of code here. One is the pipeline, another is the transformer. Okay, so basically they are doing the same thing. They are doing the same thing, but for the pipeline, when you run this program, which is much shorter, and also everything the pipeline function will already done for you. And when you run this program, the Hugging Face will download the model to your PC, and then run this program. Okay, this is the pipeline. So this one, the transformer, actually is the same as the pipeline, but it allows you to have some detailed customization. So pipeline, you can see the program is very short. You don't need to customize anything. For the transformer function, you can customize like here, down here, the maximum number of token that to generate for each response, for example. So this is something that you can customize when you run this program. Okay, so this is the only difference. Okay, only different. So we will run the, I will show you how to run the pipeline program later on. So this is one of the way that you can interact or to communicate with this model. Okay, this is the model I choose. Another way is under deploy inference provider. Deploy inference provider. So what's the difference between this one and the pipeline? So this one will not download the model to your PC. This one will send a request to the Hugging Face server to request a response. Okay, that means you don't need to download any model. You will not download any model to your PC. it will just send a request to here, to the endpoint, and then we'll give you the response. Okay, we'll give you the response of your question. So this is the what we call the inference model. Okay, inference SS model. All right, so there are different types of way that you can interact. Okay, so you can interact with the endpoint, which is similar to OpenAI. Okay, because Hugging Face offer a similar service like the OpenAI chat completion service. So you can see the endpoint is very much like the OpenAI endpoint, okay, which is the chat completion. But anyway, so I just want to show you that there are two ways that you can access to communicate with the model. So one is using the pipeline, another is using the inference. Okay, so this is the two things that you can you need to know. And before you can use this model, you are required to have a API key. Okay, so from your name here on the top, from your profile, and then you can click access token. Okay, access token, and from the access token here, so this is the way that you can create key. Okay, create your API key to access the model. Okay, so you can only create one key. Okay, one key is you can access all the model. So for example, you can create a key. You can click here, create a key, and then you have option. So for fine grain, that you can select only a few function that the key can access. Okay, so for example, if you just specify only the inference way to access the model, then you can use the fine grain and select all these three options. If you want to just read the model, okay, just read and just only read only, okay. So that means you just you are not allowed to, for example, to fine tune the model. You just read and everything from the response. You can select the read, and write will include these two. Okay, all the write, all the privilege that you can access the model in the Hugging Face. So so it depends on you. You can just, for example, if you want write, and then you can give the name of the token. So for example, any name, Louis, okay, and then Louis key, for example, and then you can just click create, okay, and then you have to copy this key in your own safe place. So this only appear once. If you click done, you won't be able to get back the key. Okay, you have to create another one. Okay, if you create the key, you have to copy this. Remember to copy this, put in a safe place before you click done. Okay, so I just click done, and then you can see this is the key I just create, and you won't be able to copy again. Okay, there's no way that you can copy. Okay, all right. So if in that case you accidentally forgot to copy, then you can create a new one. Okay, and you can remove the old one. Okay, all right. So everything is ready. So you have the key, and then you know the model you want, and then we deploy the application. Let me go back to the PowerPoint. So sometimes some of the model, if you select the model that require you to get permission, something like that, you will be able to see. Let me see. Okay, something like this. You can click here, expand, and then you will be able to see a form. You complete the form, submit, and then it takes about a few hours. Then you will be able to get the permission to access this model. Okay, so from after you submit the request, you will be able to see you submitted, and in the gate repository, you will be able to see it's pending for permission. And when this is permit, you will be able to see the accept here, accept. Okay, but I don't know why recently I request the access always give me a reject. Okay, maybe you can try later on. Okay. If you got a reject, you won't be able to access this model. Okay. So this, and there's no way that you can ask again. Okay. No, there's no way that you can ask again. I don't know why. Okay. But this is the one of the limitation of Hugging Face. Okay. All right. So we start to develop some application, and we will start with the transformer. Okay, the pipeline, and as I mentioned, the pipeline will do everything for you. So you just need to put the model name and specify this is a test generation and your question, and it will generate the response for you. Okay. So this is the program I would like to share with you. And for test generation using pipeline, and what you need to do is you have to put the model here in your program and specify you use the pipeline function, and this is for test generation. And also you have to your message here to specify the model role, which is a librarian. Okay, so be polite, helpful, and user oriented. Okay, and this is my question: what is the capital of China? And after you run this, you will be able to see the result. Okay, down here. So here, which I highlight, the capital of China is Beijing. Okay, so this is the response. So this is how you can interact with pipeline. And if you don't want the pipeline, you can use the inference. Okay, so I will show you later on. Okay, so here is the pipeline program, and I would like to run this program here. So you will be asked to key in the token key. So you already create this key in the Hugging Face platform, and you can just copy and paste the key here. So I paste the key and press enter, and you will be asked to save the key in the Git. So I just type yes, and the program will continue to run. So it takes some time to run the program. And you can see now the program is finished, and you will be able to see it. So this is the result. So the capital of China is Beijing. So this is the pipeline program. And you can also run the inferior program. So you can see here, you can go to the Hugging Face, and you will be able to see the inference provider. And after you click, you will be able to see the how to run the inference program. So now I would like to run the inference program where your request will be sent to the Hugging Face endpoint, and then it will give you the result. So let's see. So we go back to the Visual Studio Code, and this time I will run the Hugging Face inference program. And this is the inference client, which is a package, SDK package that will automatically run the inference package, the program. And you need to provide the key and also the model name. Okay, and then you can run the program. So after you run the program, so the inference will send a request to the Hugging Face platform, and then we return here the result. So the capital of France is Paris. All right. So this is how you can run the inference client of the Hugging Face, and also the pipeline. So in the Hugging Face, how to interact with this model. So this is about the program, the Python program, how you interact with the model. And so we just covered the Hugging Face, and also we covered the OpenAI model. And so now, if you don't want to write any code, you can choose NLN as a platform to deploy your program, okay, your application. All right, so so let's see. So this is the interface of the NLN, and you can see what I'm trying to do is I create a chat function, okay, that you can type in your prompt, and then I pass the prompt to the LLM chain module, and this module will pass the prompt to the OpenAI model to ask the model for the response, and the model will give the response back to the LLM chain model and respond to the chat. So this is the idea of this workflow. So you can't see any program here. There's no coding here. You just drag and drop for this module, and then to do some setup, and you will be able to run this. Okay. So let me demonstrate the OpenAI to you first. Okay. All right. So let me start the program. Okay. Maybe I change to this one. Okay. All right. So so this is the NLN module, and on the right hand side here, you can add the node you want. Okay. So for example, if you want to add a OpenAI chat model, you can just click the plus sign and then type Azure OpenAI, and then you can click here, this one. And after you click this one, you have to do some customization, and also to do some to create the credential, because when you access the Azure OpenAI model, you have to provide the key, you have to provide the resource name. So this is the resource group, and this is the API version I already showed you, and the endpoint. So these are the information that you need to provide, okay, to provide to the model. All right. So so after you provide all this, and you will be able to see this one. Okay. Let me just give you this one. So you will be able to provide this information, and then you have to type in the model name you deploy. So this is the GPT-4o mini model, and that's all. Okay. And what you need to do is to connect everything together, connect the chat interface to your LLM chain, and then to connect the LLM chain to your model. Okay. So to make it to submit your chat to the model, and then to give you the response. Okay. And you have to save it. And now you can start to ask the question. So for example, I asked the question, what is artificial intelligence? Okay. So when I submit the request, the chat receives the request and then pass to the module and then to OpenAI. And OpenAI will generate the response back to the module and show in the chat message. So you can see here, down here. Okay, so this is the result which provide from the OpenAI. Okay, and also you will be able to see the on the left hand side, this is the result of the definition of AI, artificial intelligence, and this is the output generated from the model. Okay, so this is how you can connect the OpenAI model which you deploy and then include in the NAN. So you don't need to write any code. Okay, and there is a chat interface that you can make use of the chat interface. So for example, let me give you the link. So this is the chat interface. And then, for example, you type the question, what is, anything you want to write. Oh, artificial, what is large language model? So it will give you the result, okay? The large language model. So it provide, if you have the chat interface, including the log, it will give you the chat interface, okay? And this is the, and also you can embed this chat interface into your own web page. So it won't be like that. It will have a circle icon here. When you click, it will show you a chatbot, okay? So we will tell you how to do this in the ANN workshop, the first section of this series, okay? And also you can connect to the Hugging Face model. And this is for Hugging Face, you have to use the HTTP request where you have to give the link to the Hugging Face platform. And also you have to give the key, okay, which is shown here, the key. And also the content type. So these are some of the options that you have to complete to set up, okay? And also you have to specify the model here, okay? Specify the model here you use. So after you complete this setting, and then you connect the chat model to the HTTP request, and then you can ask and you can ask the question again. So for example, I ask this time, what is library, okay? And then it will pass to the Hugging Face model, and then it will give you the result. It's not easy to read, okay? But this is the result from the Hugging Face model, okay? Which I use. So we'll give you the definition of library. So a library is a collection of resources, blah, 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 okay? So these are the response. So so this is a very simple basic chat interface that you can make use of the NAN to develop with the model I given to you. I show you to you. You can even connect to the Olama model, which is the model we discussed in the last session, where you can download the model and run the model and include this model in the NAN workflow. Okay. All right. So sorry for the interruption for the program, and I think this is all I want to share with you today. All right. So let's see if you have something that you want to ask. All right, so maybe I pass to Dr. Ku and Sue to wrap up for this session. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Luis.
Mm-hmm.
Let me share.
You share. Okay, let me stop share.
Okay. Okay, can you see the slide?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Louis, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your valuable information with us today. And we are also grateful to our co-organizer, CTU Library, for making this webinar possible. Before we finish, please consider joining Hong Kong LA for more resources. And we love, follow us on social media. And we love to hear your feedback to our webinar today. Okay, today was our second session, with one more exciting talk coming up. You can see the schedule on the poster. We hope you will join us next time too. Thanks to our speaker, Louis, and to everyone for being here today. Have a nice day, weekend. Goodbye.